billions of years of evolutionary advancement.
And then we have Cassie.
How am I supposed to get through this? Happy day, I'm Gloom! And welcome back to That Dragon Cancer, a game of compelling imagery and symbolism representing a child that is dying of cancer. We just got the news that our baby boy isn't going to make it, and all we can do at this point is hope for a miracle. This game is very heavy, it's very hard to play through, and it kind of gives you that feeling of hopelessness when you're waiting for a miracle and hoping for a miracle and hoping it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm still hoping that it's gonna happen. We are at the next part. It is called Adrift, and we just got the news. It's really tough. These black neuron-looking things have been following us everywhere. They kind of look like malignant tumors to me, or like they kind of look like disease. And they're awful. They've kind of been mucking up every single positive scene. Every single scene where there should be hope, those little things are lingering in the background, and it's just really hard to take in.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced.
Hopeful.
I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's faithfulness.
Now this is a lot more hopeful and trusting and faithful than what she felt immediately when she got the news in the hospital room. Like initially she was like, I'm not gonna get a replacement son, like you can't do this to me, like this is messed up. And she seems to be a little bit more accepting at this point, but again, it's still like really tough to watch.
We'll sing the littles a lullaby. I'm tired. I know, it's bedtime. Ugh.
It's so messed up because on one hand you're like, it's torture playing this game, but on the other hand it's like, this is a very real situation that a lot of people go through.
No.
Joel has chicken.
It's like unfathomable to me. Where can we go?
So disgusting.
Been there for the last 2 hours. Okay, hold on.
Let's read what's in this bottle.
I had been in this room with my father before, during the brief window where he wasn't dying but was instead getting better. That wasn't the man I saw this time. I saw the other one, the one who cried out and needed holding, the one who fell asleep for 20 seconds and then woke up a different person each time. There was a clear part right in the middle of it, a minute or so, where everything was calm before his tour of hell resumed. That was goodbye, even if no one said it. I don't think I will ever get better after having seen that. I think this is the kind of knowing that stays with you. I can reach into my pocket now and find it there.
I've dealt with loss before, and like the hard part about it is like you never get over it. You just kind of know that your life is never going to be the same.
We've been through so much already.
That's why it's hard to play.
This is a new degree
it's
of
hard
tragedy,
to watch.
but it's not so much different from the struggle we've already been living. We pressed into God. We pressed into faith. We fought until we found peace. We stood in peace when our flesh wanted to strive more. We stood in peace when it started to feel like laziness or foolishness or both. We waited for God to direct us specifically in prayer because all the directions we had initiated had not panned out. We prayed for no nausea because that's what we felt in our spirits we were supposed to pray, even though we'd prayed it countless times before while Joel continued to vomit. We saw one small miracle and then another. We waited to pray specific things until we were given specific direction, and we saw bigger miracles. And yet, if you asked either of us if we were doing enough, trying hard enough, we would say no.
Amy seems to be on an emotional roller coaster right now. Like she's just kind of She's just kind of all over the place, which is to be expected. What is this?
So, how long will we be in California?
Little
I
swords?
don't actually know. That's kind of why we're packing up everything.
Little lightsabers?
If the trial works really well, then maybe we'll stay in California for a really long time. Like, as long as it
Little
keeps
car
helping
bed?
Joel, then we want to stay and do the best we can for him and stay there where he's getting help.
Whew.
But if the medicine starts to not work, as soon as it's not helping him, I promise we'll come back home.
Okay. There they go. Oh, they're following me.
I won't let myself hold anything back this time. I would rather feel disappointed and let God heal my heart than to feel like I did not push myself as far as I
She's putting a lot
possibly could in
of
faith.
faith into this,
for
into
my
his
son.
recovery, into the idea that it's going to be okay. She's hoping that he's going to be okay, but her mind keeps going to thoughts for the day where he's not going to be there, and she's kind of hating on herself for that. It's a tough situation to be in. She describes those thoughts as human, and they are. But again, it's just like this cycle of self-loathing and regret.
Her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life. And I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles.
And there's the secular response to that.
I envy her.
Yeah. It's nice that she has that hope, whereas he's more of a secular guy. I remember him saying when they gave the bad news that, like, you know, science makes more sense. It feels like I can control it. Depending on a miracle, it just doesn't feel like it's gonna happen. Like, he's just more of a... He puts less stock in faith than his wife does, and she's probably driving him a little bit crazy right now. Poor guy. I do wonder what the significance of this thing is. Joel the Baby Knight.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Sure.
They make games
Okay.
out of this tragic
This
situation.
is the
It's very weird.
story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the Baby Knight?
Yes, Joel the Baby Knight, but he's also Joel the Very Brave Knight, and he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Because of his tumor? Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Okay.
Is the dragon
I thought
big?
those were gonna kill me.
Very.
Whoa.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
Whoa, shit.
So
Don't die.
much fire, you guys.
Whew. Okay, we're ducking. Again. The dragon
So-
breathes fire.
Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff? Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So
Oh.
brave Sir Joel with his sword and
Oh,
his
shit.
shield,
Oh, and he's dead. He got a tack in his
his
ass.
awesome spear, and his super
Oh.
ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other superpowers does he have?
Yeah. Hopefully one that...
He also has
Helps?
grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the
let's use our
best
grace.
superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Oops.
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Come on. Come on, bird. Pick me up. Take me for a fly. I couldn't make that jump by myself. Really appreciate it. Oh.
You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And
What?
some are able to drive the dragon off, and then they can go home and they can quit fighting for it. And the kingdom is
There goes my armor. Oh no. Why am I in a graveyard?
Joel's been
This is so
fighting
morbid.
This dragon
Oh,
for a long
boy.
time, huh?
A long time.
Oh my goodness.
A long time.
My new armor! I gotta get it! Ah! They're really simulating the difficulties that I'm dealing with right now. How am I supposed to get through this? Ugh! Okay, I'm crawling. Thank you. Appreciate it.
But Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest.
Oh, great.
And
Thank you.
it seems like the dragon couldn't find him.
What does the cave symbolize?
But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him
No.
in the cave.
No! Where is it?
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why
No.
do you say that?
Because
say that.
Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
He's right!
You're right. The baby can't kill the dragon.
Oh!
But that's the best part of this story. God fights for Joel.
Oh.
He fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know
say that too much
God
in front of your
can win,
husband.
even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Yeah. Let's beat him.
Well, what about Tim from Tim's mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't you have this?
This kid's asking the right questions.
Of course, God fought for Tim. Tim fought so well. He was so brave and so strong. And God let him rest. It may have seemed like
Tim's struggling down here.
We know that he's
Oi!
in heaven, and that he's with God, and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim, getting to be done fighting was grace.
Tim's getting the hell out of here. Bye, Tim. Wow, that's so depressing. Drowning. So that was the significance of that.
Ryan! Oh, Ryan, get in the boat.
You okay, Ryan? Here, take this. Why?
You have to, you'll drown.
We're already drowning. How can you sit there like that?
Despair doesn't help anything.
Are they gonna get a divorce?
Neither does false hope. And I'm
might.
not despairing.
How can you say false hope? You're drowning.
Well, you're missing your oars, and you don't even know where you're going. And yet you're so sure you're gonna get there.
It's better than drowning.
Who do you think is right?
Enjoy floating on the surface like you always do.
There's nothing deep about drowning. Just get in the boat.
You have to let me feel this! Someone has to.
That's not fair. I love him as much as you do. I just really believe we're going to be okay.
Yeah, that's divorce material right there. Situations like these can really bring out fundamental issues, relationship issues, especially when it comes to belief sets. But what would I know? I'm just a seagull.
I'm sure my expectation looks like denial. But seeing Joel dying does not make me any less certain that he will be healed.
Okay.
In some ways, I feel more certain. Not because the same doubts don't come to me, but because I know that they will not be entertained much longer. Because this chapter is almost finished, and we will have an ending one way or the other.
Makes sense.
So the doubts and fears that make me reaffirm that even if I'm wrong, this is where I stand, become less and less powerful.
It's her little explanation there. One more bottle.
People's consolatory words of comfort meant to reassure us and help us accept Joel's death don't sit well with me.
Understandable.
They aren't offensive because I know the heart behind them is good, but they are weak words because it's so obvious to me that death is the given. I don't have to work to be ready for it or accept it. It is coming whether I would accept it or not. It has been coming slowly for so long. I don't have to work to understand that Joel is dying. It is obvious. Heaven is amazing. And so I'm not worried about death. It will come regardless of where I stand and wait. But now, death is circling close enough for redemption to finally feel closer.
It is interesting though how like she's the one in the boat with Joel, holding him in safety. The husband's kind of just out there drowning. He's not leaving any notes around.
This is the part of the story where a daring rescue can thwart death's intentions just in time, perhaps when it looks like it's already too late. I want to watch for that. I don't need to focus my eyes on death, studying it in its slow progression. Its course is already clear. But there is a glory that is coming, and its journey to us is wild and quick and frightening, and I want to be watching for that glory. I want to stand trembling in awe before God and His power. Not sure that this thing that we've asked for is something we can quite manage, but trying anyway. Death is the given. But the life that is possible now for Joel, the miracle that could come now that death is so close, is something worth pursuing, worth risking everything to see with my own eyes.
She's still really hoping for that miracle. Down here with the pumping neurons again. And there's the dad, he's so sad. Can you swim? Do something. Yes. Go and grab the donut. Go grab the donut. I think he's having trouble. He's just giving up. Come on. Go. Alright, let's try going down then. Hey, at least he can actually swim. There he goes. Dehydration. Here we are back in the hospital.
Huh. The sunset looks pretty from here. The orange glow cast on the wall. Better than the muted colors of this hospital. I wonder why they choose blues and greens. They,
less stressful.
The ones who choose the colors that heal. Green for life. Blue. For comfort. Purple stripes to hide the stains.
You're a real
this
positive
chair is
guy.
too small. It sticks to my skin.
Maybe wear pants?
Vinyl.
Apparently if you paint the walls in hospital yellow, babies are more likely to cry. Let's stand up. Let's go. Oh shit, it's that freaking video game again.
Blue. Purple. The ocean, maybe? No, under the ocean. Silent, warm, and salty, like tears. He won't stop crying. I don't blame him. He feels miserable. I hate that we're here. I hate that he's sick. I just want him to feel better.
Can we get the hell out of here?
Shh, 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 shh. It's okay, Jolie. Shh. Oh, don't throw your head, buddy. Don't.
It's so sad. Get me out of here!
Here we go. Bouncing around. Do you like that? Oh, I love your giggle. Bounce around. Is that funny? A bounce, a bounce, a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, he won't stop crying.
to get out of here before I go insane.
I'm hungry. I wonder if he's hungry.
Let's order some food! There it is. Let's eat it. Sitting back down, huh? Does he want juice?
He's screaming louder. Buddy, don't you want juice? He hits the box. I don't catch it. He drinks it greedily. Big, deep gulps. Okay, Jolie, that's enough. Breathe, kiddo. And he does. And I wipe his face of snot and tears and juice. And then he vomits, and I catch it. I always catch it. I know you're thirsty, buddy, but you'll throw it up. No, don't grab too hard. You'll squirt all the juice out. Here, let me have it.
This is so sad, and it's so hard to play. Is there anything we can do?
It's so late, Joel. Lay down. I can't hold you. I can't make you feel better.
I have no words.
Oh, Joel Bug. You look so miserable.
It's kind of like showcasing the tender side of the dad. Like, even though he doesn't have faith, he still really cares.
No.
He's still trying his best.
Don't hit your head on the bars, Joel. Joel! I know you're mad. Please stop. Please. Stop. I shake. I weep. I pray. I plead. I need peace. I am empty. You are.
That's what his wife said too.
I don't know all that you are there. I want you here. I want you to call my son. I cannot. And you've brought us this far. He's still here. Not dead. Not there. With you. Oh God, I want him here with me. Please.
It finally stops.
Peace. He sleeps. Thank you.
My nose is running everywhere. Ugh. Now we get to see Daddy's
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples are on a boat. And a furious storm hits the sea, and everyone thinks they're gonna die. And where do you think Jesus is? Rowing alongside them? No. He's asleep. In the back of the boat. So his disciples are freaking out and wake him up, and they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" So Jesus gets up and he says to the storm, "Quiet, be still." And the sea becomes completely calm. Then he asks his disciples why they are so scared and if they have any faith at all. Like he was frustrated with them. Because even though Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side of the lake," his disciples thought he was going to just let them die.
And how does that compare to this? Joel's just chilling there by the boat. Where'd the mom go?
So Joel died. Everyone does eventually, I suppose.
Keep strumming. Keep singing the songs. Keep having hope. Stay positive. I know it's sad. What else can you do, really?
He loves Joe so much. Oh, he loves Joe. The Bible tells me so.
Nice.
But more than that, if he does die, will Jesus even care? Will he weep for him as he did for Lazarus? Will he weep for me? I think greater than my fear of death is that of insignificance. Or rather, my default assumption is that my thoughts and passions and loves and the stuff of my being are insignificant.
And that scares you?
How could the creator of all that is and ever was love my son as he did Lazarus? And could my soul stranded on this blue raft awash in a sea of stars, ice, and dust matter enough to him to turn his hand in mercy?
Everyone wants to feel special. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, the thought of being insignificant, like, doesn't scare me. It's kind of soothing. But in a situation like this, you kind of want to be treated with a little bit of priority.
I should have known we'd both end up in the same place. We always do.
Aww.
It just scares me every time. I just really believe he'll be healed. I know you believe too, just when you act like that, I get all unsure.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I just hope that. I don't know.
They're so cute together. Oh, sorry, I'm like intruding on their romantic moment. I'll fly away. I just want to get in this door. I want to know what's up. The Temple of God, instead of the Temple of Man, which was kind of like an operating room. I'm not sure what this is. Hey, Joel. You okay in there, little buddy?
All right, kids, you know what time it is.
Okay. Let's go up here. He's just on his iPad right now. Ugh. It's these looming, terrible, awful black things again. And what looks like unfinished construction over here. What does all this mean up here? What is this? What? This kind of looks like a church. I don't know what that white thing is bouncing around up there, but lighting some candles. Sure, light them all. Oh, now I know what the white things are. The little flames. It symbolize people. As I light them, more people won't shut the hell up. Let's just play some tunes.
God, I will not let you go unless you bless him. I will not let you go unless you bless him. Lord, rise up. My God, come save him.
Okay, let's just relight those real quick. Got really dark in there for a second. Oh, it's all black. It's all cancer back there. And in the window. What are all those like tubes that connect to?
With all the strength, with all the faith that is in us, Lord. There is no time left in this child on this earth. And God, so we come to you.
It's on faith, I feel. He's really focusing on that, but I guess this is one of those times where that really comes into play.
Let this child's soul come back to him.
Joel's just chilling. Not understanding, like, the gravity of the situation, just in pain.
He was not in the wind. He was not in the earthquake. He was not in the fire. He was here in a gentle whisper.
Is that like a dragon bird? Articuno? Moth? Person? Picnic at the edge of the world. Again with the stars, the openness, the massiveness, the immensity of all creation, and us hoping that we're important, that we mean something, that there's significance. We're just yapping, praying, writing letters. Joel's just chilling. Why is he here by himself?
So here we are. And the air is emptier without his laugh, and yet our hearts are still full.
Joel's gone.
Though with a different drink. And this ride we've been on for so long is silent. And so also the Lord. And so we sit here in this new silence and long for the music to start again and for the disc to spin again, even if it means going round and round for many more years. For at least we would be moving and Joel would be laughing here on Earth.
Yeah, probably feels
Not
like
only
time
in
has
heaven.
stopped right now. It's kind of what happens when somebody dies.
But in this space,
You like wonder when time is going to
since
start again.
his silence is only because he is drawing his breath. And now we know love and longing, empty and full, all in one moment. And I am grateful that we loved him well. And that we miss him well. And I hope that in the Lord's next breath, he will whisper his love song to you, his beloved. And that you will know him differently and more deeply. But now, we grieve in silence, yet not without his presence.
Here we are back at the forest that kind of opened up the game. Started off with Joel feeding ducks entire French sticks of bread. Ooh. Those pancakes? Eat much?
I remember you. You made it too. I'm glad you're here. I love it here.
I'm sure you
bet
do.
have liked
Look at those
it, too.
pancakes. And you got a pug?
Look at all of these pancakes.
Yeah, I can see
Did you
that.
ever see pancakes like this? The big as me. The big ones is for me, and the little ones is for my dog.
Where are the little
I
ones?
always wanted a dog, and now I got one. I even got to name it Manju.
Let's blow some bubbles.
Whoa, bubbles?
Oh, hell yeah. Can't have a picnic without bubbles.
Look, I can touch one.
Although, I don't like how you just put the fork in the pancake like that. It's very disrespectful to the
Manju
pancake.
does catch a bubble. She likes to bite them.
Yeah, sure, here. Here, dog. Eat it.
I want more bubbles.
I'm making as many bubbles as I can. Blow them in different directions.
I love the bubbles.
I'm sure you do. I like blowing them.
Come here, Manju. Have another pancake.
Oh wow, puts it in a bowl too. What a polite dog. Can't say the same about my dog.
I can eat whatever I want. I never fall.
Let me just blow you some more bubbles then. Okay. Appreciate it. Oh, you're just gonna feed the dog again?
These are the best pancakes that I ever had. I love.
Why don't you have one then? You're spoiling that. That pug's gonna be fat.
You like pancakes?
I do.
You can have some. I got a lot.
Yeah, I see that. that seems like a pretty good place for him to end up. Pancake heaven. His own dog. Dog eats using bowl. The dog might as well be using silverware. That's the most civilized dog I've ever seen. That was a really nice ending, and it kind of softened the blow that the entire game did to my heart. And there's a picture of him right now, and that's so sad. My god, I'm gonna like start again. Ooh! My goodness. These types of games are really hard to play, but at the same time, I feel like they're really amazing. Like, this was such a beautiful art piece, and it kind of takes you to a place that maybe you've been before, maybe you haven't, but it really shares the experience in such a heartfelt and deep way. I couldn't believe how amazing the animation was, the dialogue, the way it got me thinking about things like faith, like hope, like mortality. I guess that's just the beauty of games. That's why I feel like games are so important, is because I can't think of a better way to show someone else an experience than an interactive game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that Dragon Cancer. If you did, please give it one of these and make sure you subscribe to give that gloomy subscribe button a bit of a pick-me-up. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!